Hey, greetings from day 2 at Book Expo America, and the book is called The Fame Game, and it's Sergey Knazev. Okay, good. A superstar's guide to getting rich and famous. So I'm already famous, but I didn't get that rich and famous.
That.
But the thing is, somehow
with this vibe.
The memo on the rich and famous part didn't hit my desk. So I need to talk to you.
Listen, that's the right place. That's exactly what we do.
Because I got the fame part. You know.
Now the question is how to convert it into money.
Because the truth is, you look at the bank account, it's woefully inadequate.
Somehow it doesn't correspond to your Twitter following.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the book.
These are actual technologies that we use to make people famous and turn fame into money.
All right, so I must not be famous enough.
Not necessary, because it's not that trivial actually to convert your fame and your let's say social media following into money and your exposure. That's why usually people that are celebrities or TV stars have a support network. They have managers, they have commercial agents and stuff like that. So that's what I do for a living. So
I'm an army of one.
You're the army of one. It's a tough call, and this is the book that can help people who are the army of one to actually convert their fame and their popularity into money.
So what are some of the tips and strategies that's just in a thumbnail?
To
give people the taste. So I want them to go and get the book. But what's the guide? Sort of like it's a roadmap.
It is a roadmap. This is specific technology: how to build your fan base, how to build your popularity, how to produce photo shoots, and how to work with paparazzi, how to work with the media, how magazines and photo editors select pictures for their editions. It has a lot of practical advice. There's a little historical course how it started. I was surprised when I was doing research for it. I actually was shocked. That's not new phenomenon. I mean, from the times of Elizabeth Taylor, people were manipulating media. They were playing.
Spin doctors have been around for a long time.
Exactly. This game was in town for a long time. That's exactly
right. Like Henry VIII and all those wives. He had to have press releases about why they weren't that. Why they weren't cutting it.
That's exactly right.
Because who needs a riot in the monarchy?
Exactly. And another thing, first of all, we realize it or not, we all play the fame game, because this is something that separates, let's say, kid who is an outcast in high school from the popular kid. This is something that separates successful business person with a huge client list from the person who is scraping for business. Right. Because this is your reputation, celebrity in your own field. So these technologies are very practical and applicable to real day life.
I know that they sort of divide the world into insurgents and incumbents. The incumbents are entrenched and they got their power base and they're okay, and it's the insurgents that are trying to come in and establish themselves.
You know what's interesting? It's a really recent transition. It used to be the case because there was very limited shelf space, which is airtime. I mean, you're obviously lucky because you already got your airtime.
The army of one. My paparazzi are my 2 daughters.
Well, that's good. Keep it in the family. But what interesting and what happened relatively recently, internet leveled the playing field. Right. Now you can have freaking kitten riding on a vacuum cleaner that can be competing with George Clooney, and guess what? And win.
That's right. That's right. Well, look. I mean, let's face it. I'm a public broadcaster. I'm sure that 40 years ago that would never have been possible.
Absolutely.
And I have a YouTube channel. And YouTube didn't even exist. And the truth is, I have a lot of people, hitting my channel, and that would have never been possible without the internet and without
And that's
YouTube.
what we talk about, because this is one I talk about it a lot, because this is a reality of new life. That's how your popularity is measured. That's how it can work for you or it can go against you. I talk about how to create content, how to create viral videos, how to create viral content, how to engage your following and build it. It's a whole new reality. I mean, you will be surprised. All major talent management, CAA, William Morris, they have internet divisions right now. Every single YouTube celebrity has a manager and an agent. Those little kids, I actually got caught off guard. It was a few years ago. I got two kids, like literally teenagers, came to my office pitching me some idea about the video game. And I was already, like playing a little bit kind of jaded, whatever, Hollywood manager. Was about to show them the door. And then I'm realizing those two little kids...
That's Wozniak and Jobs.
Right, yeah. Well, timeline doesn't quite work there, but no. But those two little kids were making $200,000 an hour playing video games. Wow, that's a new reality. And that's what internet makes possible.
Wow, so that's really shaking the world up in ways that no one's really imagined.
Exactly right.
So how's the overall economy now going to be affected? Because we still have a lot of, I guess, very traditional industry. And unless you sort of merge into the newer realities, your ability to compete will be eroded, even if you have a good old business model.
It's absolutely correct. And if you see what big corporations are doing right now, they are trying to break into this market. They are very clumsy, and I should tell you, this kid from in the middle of nowhere doing something in his kitchen is actually way more efficient, working the internet and creating it through popularity. But corporations are desperately trying to get into this business. As a matter of fact, many of them started hiring those kids and started doing projects with them because it is a new reality. Just think about it. Look at the celebrity as a walking billboard. How many media impressions just Kim Kardashian walking and going to the pharmacy will generate, and how much money you need to buy the same to do the same media buyout in advertising space? And guess what? Because we're so overloaded with information, this advertising space, when you brought it, your brain just blocks it out. You don't even react to it. You will not be able to say what was the ad there. But everybody will remember a picture of Kim Kardashian going to the pharmacy.
And if she was wearing a shirt with a product name on it,
exactly,
just carrying a bottle of soda.
That's where we come. People like me come, because we make sure that she's wearing. We had situations, pretty scandalous situations like that. At the parties when let's say celebrity would be falling into the pool, and there are perfect pictures of her falling into the pool, and she's wearing specific brand, specific purse. That's what it is.
So what are you doing to promote yourself using your own?
I am actually discovering right now that being behind the camera, kind of behind the stage, and being in front of the camera and on the stage is two different things. I'm actually learning about it. It's a very different framework. It's very different, and it's actually not easy. It's something I'm learning as we speak.
Well, what kind of helped me in radio is that I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for 30 years, so I learned how to do a lot of cross-examination and inquiry. Because you learn to sort of think sequentially and to get quickly to the heart of the matter. So I think that helped me, but because I never had any really formal journalistic training.
That's a great skill. Yeah. That's a great skill, definitely, especially being a radio host.
Yeah. So where'd you grow up, and where'd you learn all these great little ideas?
Well,
I can tell you're not from Jersey.
I am definitely not from Jersey, unfortunately. I actually grew up, believe it or not, in a tiny Baltic country. It's so small that usually when I tell people that I'm from Latvia, the next question is which part of Latin America it is.
No, I know Latvia because I actually work with a company that imports true Latvian vodka.
There is a lot of that. There is definitely a lot of that.
So I actually know your country origins quite well. Yeah.
So in previous life, I actually was a geek. I have a PhD in electronic engineering and MBA in finance. And in my first career, I was part of the team that was developing and launching satellites. I actually launched several satellites from Cape Canaveral. One of them is still there. And then I was lucky enough to sell my company right before the crash, and somehow got kind of sucked into this whole Hollywood, machine, doing movie financing, talent management, producing TV shows, and that's how I ended up in this field.
See, I think that's a really cool story. The name of the book is The Fame Game: A Superstar's Guide to Getting Rich and Famous, and it's Sergey Knazev. And for those who don't know how to spell that, it's Knazev. It is published by Select Books. I'll give the ISBN. It's 13-978-1-59079-12547. But I'll just stick this on YouTube, and then everybody can see it. It's a great book. It's really meaty. And do you have any website that's associated with the book?
Yes.
Oh, let's hear it. Yeah, what's the website?
Yeah, famegamebook.com.
All right, cool.
That's the name of the website.
If everybody wants to contact you, is there an email?
Absolutely. There is email, contact information for our office, for book agent, the whole shebang.
All right, so you're doing the whole book tour, the book signing thing?
I'm just starting. The book is coming out in September in hardcover, so I'm just gearing up towards it.
All right, well, hopefully this will be part of your media archive to say that, hey, when the book first started, Rich Solomon helped me launch it to become more famous than I am now.
Keep in touch with Rich Solomon.
So you got to give me a card. All right, great. Thank you. There you go. All right, this is Richard Solomon from, I think it's aisle 1000 at BEA Day number 2.